Good morning, everyone. My name is Shirley Husar, H-U-S-A-R. I am the CEO of Urban Game Changers, where we go in the urban communities and we hold elected officials accountable as well as ourselves. I am also from Los Angeles, California, so I've traveled quite a distance to be here this morning. In 2016, I was the surrogate for the state of California for candidate then Donald J. Trump. I also made the announcement nationally at the Republican National Convention, and I represented my state for Donald J. Trump because we believed, and we still believe, that Donald J. Trump was going to make a difference for our community. This morning's agenda is about Black America. We are in a state of emergency right now. We're in a crisis right now. Black people are homeless in Los Angeles. We're down to 6% blacks in Los Angeles. We have no black people in Los Angeles. DACA and the illegal immigrants and the immigrants have devastated the urban communities. In 2016, I met with Omarosa Manigault. I met with her at Trump Towers when he was president-elect at that time. I was the only urban active in the community person that met with her in the White House, and that was noted in the Washington Times and many newspapers around the country. Not in the White House, they called it White House North at that time. We discussed activities to be done in the black community for the state of Black America. 2017, March of that year, the Congressional Black Caucus was given that opportunity. Not the people who put Mr. Trump in office, not the Black Americans who support him on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, who went out in the streets, who are active in the community. No, the people who were given the opportunity to meet with the president was the buffoonery of the Congressional Black Caucus. The Black Caucus has killed our devastation of our communities, and I'll tell you why. The Congressional Black Caucus consists of congressional leaders who reside over districts of people that aren't black people. The black people that you see right now, Maxine Waters, Barbara Lee, Kamala Harris, all these people, Karen Bass, those districts and many others who are black people are not there.
That's right.
We're homeless downtown LA. Right. Our black men can't even get jobs. Right. Our mothers are driving Ubers because they can't even get any local jobs because the Latinos do not want to hire our people.
That's
they
true.
do not like black people. The illegal immigrants are working for immigrants who come here on visas and migration, EB2 and EB3 programs, visa programs. They leveraged the opportunity that the federal government gave the immigrants, not black people, to get into this country. So they pushed black businesses out. Many millennials don't realize that we had schools, we had businesses, we own banks, we own gas stations and things of those natures, but they're gone now because immigrants came into our communities because we always open ourselves. So no more do we want this. What we want to say is this. The Congressional Black Caucus met with President Trump. And you know what they said? He said he was open for dialogue. He was open for frequent conversations. And he said he was open to sit across with them regularly, giving them access to the vice president and the president and the Trump administration. But guess what? They said they don't want it. Because later on they came back after they presented a presentation called "We Have a Lot to Lose." They went in with a negative narrative. And Mr. Trump,
what was his response to the issues that were raised by the Black Caucus?
He mentioned that he's open to dialogue, open to building relationships with the CBC, and he'd like to have frequent meetings.
And so this will not be the only meeting CBC will have with him?
No, in fact, he pushed us to have maybe quarterly meetings. So we'll see. I mean, obviously our schedules are crazy, but he promised to meet with us quite regularly.
And also cabinet secretaries?
Absolutely, and the vice president.
Now, what was the document that you presented this year?
We have a lot to lose. Solutions to advance black families in the 21st century. This is the Black Caucus document. We're covering infrastructure. We're covering police reform. We're covering education. We're covering a plethora of issues and concerns that are highlighted in this document. We gave it to the president, we gave it to the administration, and they're going to take a look at it, and we're going to hold them accountable to what's in this document.
They gave this man a proposal this thick. See this proposal? They gave that to the president of the United States. They sat back, they dissected it. They wanted to have a second meeting so they can discuss what? This proposal. but they don't like the policies that he's instilled in 4 months. So you know what they did? Last week, y'all saw that tweet, that video I did prior to this one? They said, you know, Mr. Trump, forget that. We don't want your policies. We don't even want to work with you. We won't even meet with you. What idiots have the audacity to say to the President of the United States of America, who has the power to make changes for a culture of people nationally, that they don't want to meet with the President? They came out with a negative narrative. They're always mad. Well, we're mad. We're mad because our children are hurting in this country. We're mad because we have black men who can't get a job, who will be emasculated right now. For black ministers who are not standing for the word of God. They're operating under demonic and evil forces in this country. So I want to say this message to the millennials and to the people who are in social media. Stand united with us. Put aside the fact that we have Republicans and Democrats and independents. We are black people. Black people who are here to make a difference in this country, at this time, in this history. And we want to change the world. So we want you to go to the website, Black Conservative Activists, no S.org. Black Conservative Activists. Join and come with us. And don't look at us and say, well, those are Republicans and they don't like Maxine. Maxine Waters is not in the black community anymore. Ain't no black people. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is really bad. DACA is not good for America. For those who are united with DACA, we don't want DACA. We want to see black America to rise up again and not allow illegal immigrants and immigrants to use leveraging in our community. Amen. My name is Shirley Husar, H-U-S-A-R. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's create a dialogue. That is what we want from you. And we want that seat back, Mr. Trump. We want a seat at this table to bring real ideas and real good motives and things that can change this country. Because you were given buffoonery with Monegal. You were given buffoonery with the CBC and the NAACP and the Urban League and all these ACLU, all these organizations who cloud over our legacy. In Los Angeles, last thing, Dr. King, they have signs with Dr. King saying AIDS is a civil rights issue. It is not. Civil rights was built on the backs of black slaves. I am a child of the indigenous slave children. I didn't come here as an immigrant. I came here as commodity. And they're still using me in commodity and privatized prisons. Let's stop that. Let's keep this real. This is a black moment. Own it and use it. Thank you very much.